the journal that we were given a phrase for, and then basically had to go on a scavenger hunt to just see where it took us. So I was given the phrase Sacral Validity Unconscious, and I started by asking my friends what it made them think of, and I got a response from one of my friends, and this is verbatim what she texted me back. She said it made her think of a pompous dick who only drinks black coffee, who thinks he is a philosophy genius because he took a 101 ethics class at his community college. He ponders the infiniteness of the universe and only listens to psychedelic EDM. So that made me laugh a bit, but from that, I took philosophy and black coffee because I just kind of wanted to see if those were interconnected anywhere else, and I actually found a blog site called Black Coffee Philosophy with the phrase "chew the thought, not the coffee" for their title phrase. So that seemed pretty interesting. I actually had no idea that that was something that would exist. And I scrolled down, and most of the dates on the blog post were from August and September of 2020. And one of the posts I found was about tabletop role-playing games. So that seemed interesting to me because I love playing D&D. So I looked up D&D, and I found the D&D homepage, scrolled down a bit, and I found an article called "The Oracle Predicts the Future." And, stuff like that has always interested me. So I looked up Oracle, figuring I'd find stuff about the Oracle of Delphi. And I ended up on the Wikipedia page for just oracles in general. And from there, I actually found a few really interesting things. They had a bunch of descriptions of oracles from different cultures, like Norse, Tibetan, Indian oracles, all of those different myths that are passed down, things like that. And something really interesting that I ended up finding was from the pre-Columbian Americas, the migration myth of the Mexitan, the early Aztecs. They had a mummy bundle, maybe an effigy, maybe a real mummy, carried by 4 priests who took the trek away from the Cape of Origins by giving them oracles. Apparently an oracle also led to the foundation of Mexico Tenochtitlan. And something really cool I actually found towards the end of that blurb was that they had written repositories of traditional knowledge called the Books of Chilambalam. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But they were all attributed to one famous oracle priest who apparently correctly predicted the coming of the Spaniards and its associated disasters. So I just thought that was really interesting. And that's where I ended up from the phrase Sacral Validity Unconscious.